I was uptight, wanna let loose. I was dreaming of bigger things and wanna leave my...
What is happening, Methuen?
Ranger Nation in the house.
Ranger Nation indeed. It's Ranger Nation Radio, presented by AFC Urgent Care, the right care right now. Tim Wood, Bill Bryant, and you here on a so-so weather night, but a lot of good stuff happening in town. Bill, how are you?
I'm doing great. I just came from the CGS, where the first ever signups for the MYBA Unified Basketball. So I think the numbers were pretty good tonight, but we definitely want more kids in Methuen that don't try out for basketball, that don't play basketball but want to, may have a disability, may just shy away because, for whatever reason. We would love for them to come out and check it out. Go to MYBA. There's links. And we're going to be definitely having another sign-up night. So pretty excited about that.
Absolutely. I mean, just a great sport, a great thing for, again, it's just a matter of saying, listen, everyone deserves to play.
Yep.
And not just that everybody deserves to play, but to play together, unified,
yep,
in a way like this.
And
just outstanding. We had them. We had some folks in.
Yep.
In the spring, and now,
And that's really what this came about. It was Methuen High School once again setting the bar and having a high school unified basketball and track team, and it just, the idea spurred from there, and now here we are with Dan LaBelle and Methuen Youth Basketball just doing another thing for the city of Methuen and just trying to get as many kids included, and we're pretty excited. Dan and Joel Ferretra is going to be helping out, and Kerry Bull from the board was down there, and just a fantastic community event.
Phenomenal. So when, in terms of more signups, anything scheduled yet in terms of more signups?
No, so tonight was the only scheduled night,
Okay.
but we will be doing late signups, registration for MYBA travel, as well as the in-town basketball, girls and boys, and that'll be out all over, social media, text, the recreation department, all those places. And what's happening now, which is cool, all the other youth leagues are carrying the links. So like wrestling has basketball on there, and lacrosse has basketball, football, so people have easier access to the different groups, and we'll be getting that info out, and we'll be having sign-ups soon.
Outstanding. So you see a huge thanks to Lou behind the glass. How are you, sir?
I'm very good.
Awesome.
Catching up.
Yeah. So huge thank you to Lou. Lou got together the graphics for tonight's show. Got our new sponsors in the mix. Just a great lineup for the fall.
It is.
AFC Urgent Care, Methuen Family Health Center, Al's Diner, Bada Bing Restaurant. Who else? Jennifer Canan, the realtor Jennifer Canan, the Savings Bank. Yeah. Just huge support. And
AFC Urgent Care, who I was a patient of yesterday.
How'd that go?
It went fine. It went great. They were excellent.
Yeah, they're so organized over there. That they're such good people. You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just poison ivy.
You're with us, really?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Real bad case of poison ivy. So.
Oh.
Went up and got steroids. They said you have it on your face, you qualify for steroids. I mean.
I don't want you coming in next week all jacked now.
Where do we go?
I was worried about the anger.
What do you mean?
Like, how does Lou get poison ivy on his face?
Well, I tried to shake his hand and he denied me, so I got a little hurt. And then he's like, "No, I got poison ivy."
Heisman, huh?
Poison ivy. So I'm dealing with it.
Fair enough.
But I went up. They were great. I was in and out in an hour. And
Auto and Tire.
Did not mention Independent Tire and Auto. Mary and the crew over there always huge supporters. JG's as well, as you see. JG's wrapping up for the season, but we still got some gift cards to give out. So another great week.
Yep.
in Ranger Nation land. I guess we start with the football. As I headlined it in Loop Weekly for the September 18th edition. It was a win everywhere except the scoreboard. And I know that our guests, Connor Bryant and Sam Ferullo, don't want to hear that. It's a 31-30 loss to Tewksbury at home. Another heartbreaker to a team with so many connections between the two towns, between the swim team, the girls hockey state runner-up team, and then the coaches Bryant Elward and Tom Ryan coached together, and now they're coaching against each other. What?
I was
Bill
gonna do it
is
earlier.
putting on the headset. He caught me mid-second, mid-sentence. All right, so great game.
It was a great game.
I mean, and so we didn't get as much of a chance to cover this, and listen, it's not all. This isn't the Bryant Hour. Although tonight a little bit, but We've talked a little bit about this. You've now experienced 2 games of it. You got your first taste of it as in a home crowd as the quarterback, as the father of the quarterback. What was that like watching them and just watching the success, watching the and again, we're not sucking up because the quarterback's here, but I was as a third-party observer, friend of the family, I think, but I was very impressed with the accuracy, with the long ball, with Connor, but I was impressed with the Rangers overall. I don't know. I couldn't name too many folks because we just didn't know what to think with this team. I couldn't name too many folks that thought they'd put 30 points up on the board.
And I said this on the MVC Gridiron Show, which is about the MVC. So
Yep.
This is a little bit easier. This is all Methuen. This is about promoting our student athletes, our coaches, our kids, and hey, one of them just happens to be my son, so it's pretty cool. My daughter's on varsity cheer, so as a coach for the last 25 years, I haven't really talked about my kids a lot because I'm a coach, and you don't do that. But now that I'm not coaching, I can do a little bit of both,
Yep.
Here's the neat part. Sam Ferullo, one of our other guests, my first year coaching Pop Honor ever, Sammy was on my team. So the other kids on this team are also kids that I've known, pretty much growing up, as an adult and to where I'm at now. So Sammy's a kid that played tight end for me, and him and I had a little secret play that we used to roll out 2 to 3 times a game that he'd either get a touchdown or a nice long run, and he'd be chugging down the field. But for Connor, it was stressful. I was bugging.
For Connor, it was stressful.
No, forget him. He can talk about. He can answer his own questions. I was freaking out that night.
Yeah, you were. I was on the sideline with you.
The place was absolutely packed, which is what you want every home game. That's what should happen. Tewksbury had a nice following there.
They traveled well.
They did. So
Fox 25 game of the week, folks. You delivered. I mean, game of the week. So congratulations there.
You got this beautiful new stadium. You have an awesome sound system. You got new uniforms. The boosters helped out the football team the last couple of years.
Jenna Ciccatelli, Methuen High School grad, Loop Weekly founding writer, just amazing talent. Her first night working for Fox 25 is Tewksbury Methuen.
Yep.
She's working for the Globe as well. Great article in the Eagle Tribune, if you haven't seen it yet, by Mike Muldoon. He didn't mention that she wrote for Loop Weekly, but I didn't expect it, but a great article nonetheless.
Our loopers know.
The loopers know, exactly. Great article, though. But, yeah, I mean, just a huge night all around. And then on top of everything else that was going on around the game, the community aspect of the game and the fact that the call was put out maybe 5, 6, 7 hours beforehand by athletic director Matt Curran to bring donations, non-perishables and diapers and things that the folks that were involved in this gas line disaster in Lawrence and over in North Andover, that things could use, that folks could use. They filled 2 to 3 vans worth of donations. It was just amazing.
Around 6:30, people were showing up, and the bins were right near the ticket booth, and people were like, oh, where do you put the stuff? Oh, the bins are right there, but there's nothing in them. And what they didn't realize was we'd already filled up a van. it got to the point where we started carrying things out before the game even started because of how many things were donated. So that the whole night was phenomenal. The band was there. They have a booth where they're bringing attention to the Methuen band, which does an awesome job. The 50/50s always supported. We have the Booster Bubble Smash, which is run by the varsity
That was amazing.
cheerleaders, which the crowd goes at. Like the whole concession people are psyched about the Bubble Smash because between the band and the Bubble Smash, the concession doesn't get killed as quickly because people are staying around waiting for that part of it. And then once that ends, then they get slammed. But it was an incredible football game. Just a back and forth, just a tough, gritty, two well-coached teams. And I said this on Saturday. Tewksbury didn't blink.
So, Bill, what's worse than watching your kid play?
What's worse?
I mean, it's so hard.
I will say this.
I mean, I played. I never got. I mean, you get nervous, but I was never really wrought out. But watching my kid play, just living and dying every play.
It's the first thought that came to my mind. I'm not trying to be snarky. Not watching him play.
Yeah, true.
So
Yeah.
there's some conversation at home about what the winter's gonna bring and all that. So there's not a lot of things we're gonna force my kids to do, but
Yeah.
when in doubt, you still have some control, right, Sam? You still have some control
Just
over
so
what they do.
nerve-wracking.
It is, especially in the position where he gets the ball every time.
Do
And
you have the tissue?
right.
No, but seriously.
I was speaking.
You
to
wait. Your time is coming.
was speaking
Trust
to
me,
a-
I'm not really kidding.
I was speaking to an unnamed father last night, literally last night, and his son may or may not have played quarterback at Methuen, so that narrows down who it is. And he said it's the best and worst because
Yep.
if he doesn't play well, you have people that won't talk to you, or you'll have people that will talk to you and tell you how awful your kid did.
Oh, screw them. You just feel bad for your kid.
Absolutely,
Right?
We've practiced for a
Yeah.
lot of years doing that, but in that part of it. He was poised. He gave it his all, and
Yeah.
Coach Ryan said it in the newspaper. As far as he's a tough kid, he's a competitor, and at the end of the day, that's all I asked about.
Yeah.
I was conflicted because as bummed out as I was about the loss, I was a dad first, and I was proud of his effort. And this kid Sam that's on here tonight. We said this the last show against Malden Catholic. His number was screwed up a little bit, so he wasn't getting the credit he got. But he plays both ways, and he's out there, throwing blocks 15 yards down the field, which opens up the hole. Everyone wants to talk about Ricky Brutus, incredible athlete, speed, agility, all that. But there's guys in that front line, Aaron Surth and McKinnon, all these other guys.
Yeah.
And the quarterback better talk about his lineman when he gets in here. But those guys are the ones that are out there making the blocks down the field and the screen passes. And Ricky's screen pass run was awesome.
To see that play set up, I mean, that was just absolute. That was
But if you watch the video,
the microcosm of a team setting up a play.
But if you watch the video, every single player, including number 10, made a block.
That's what I'm saying.
In that play.
I mean, like that is to me. You take the tape and you save that play because that is the textbook example when football players say that it's about the full team. Nothing happens without everybody doing their job. We've gotten so used to Belichick saying it, but it is the
Execution, right?
absolute truth. Yes.
Execution.
Yeah.
There's another coach in Methuen that's not coaching right now, but one of the things that he says that it struck me and it's stayed with me for a long time is for football, you sweat the little things. Every specific detail, every little thing matters because that's the difference between a touchdown in a 9-yard game coming up 1 yard short of the first down. If you sweat every detail, if every single player is doing exactly what they need to do and is coached, that's when you're going to win. That's when you're going to have the play that springs you for a long run or a first down that you need or that score you need. So that's what these guys in high school have to be able to do is sweat every detail and make sure you're prepared.
So our guests and a lot of Ranger Nation it doesn't want to hear this that my first thought when I was walking away from the field was for a young team like this that's growing into their identity, to their personality. This is a teachable moment. It's a loss that unfortunately sometimes has to happen to show the true character of what they're building.
They have to address it.
Yeah.
They have to, for the kids that are handling it not well, for the kids that, may throw a helmet or pout or whatever, those are the captains, those are the seniors, the junior leaders. They have to pick those kids up and say it's a long season. They had an early couple of losses last year that they overcame and took away from it. A lot of great things, but you have to close.
Absolutely.
Up 9 with a few minutes left, you have to finish the game. You have to make those plays.
So there are other sports going on as much as exciting and thrilling and just tying the community together. You couldn't even move on Pleasant View. I was I've never seen it that jammed in terms of park. It was a great night other than the end result. Girls volleyball, a 3-0 win over Lowell on Friday. Kaylee Mullen, 10 kills, 5 blocks. Kate McDonald, 19 assists. Jillian McCoy, 9 aces. 9 aces, 13 service points. Nia Mazzone, 7 digs. We've talked about her, three-sport athlete. They also beat Ursuline 3-1. Mazzone, 13 kills. Mullen, McDonald starring again. A good start for the girls volleyball team in the year after Abby Sullivan.
Right.
And the team, under the leadership of Matt Toomey, showing their
a bounce back.
Building.
Let's not let up.
Huge congratulations to former Ranger Ashley Horan, who was named the 2018 UMass Lowell Defensive Player of the Year. As a senior, Ashley started all 16 games and was one of the top defensive performers with 19 caused turnovers, 20 ground balls, and 9 draw controls.
And Ashley was also someone last year that I reached out to for my girls lacrosse team, and we had about 15 girls from Methuen Youth Lacrosse that went to the UMass Lowell final game. Ashley brought a couple of the girls on the team over and talked to the Methuen girls, and that's a kid that doesn't forget her community where she came from.
Congratulations to Ashley. D1 level.
Walk on to a scholarship.
Walk on to a scholarship. It's a testament to just putting in the work. So congratulations to Ashley and the whole family, and. She graduated from UMass Lowell and is now a registered nurse. So, just doing amazing things as a former Ranger.
She's got a brother and a sister at Methuen High right now. Her sister is a varsity cheerleader that's a junior.
Yep.
And
Matt.
And then her brother Matt, who is a hockey player and plays a little lacrosse.
Field hockey, a 1-1 tie on Monday against Georgetown. Piper Hugas. We had her and the captains in here.
I shan't lie.
We shan't lie about the results here. She collected a rebound off the pads and put it in to get the Rangers' only goal. Izzy Putnam, impressive in goal, 13 saves. And then the Methuen-Tewksbury, we mentioned the shared connection, the swim and dive team. They put a valiant effort up against defending state champion Andover on Tuesday. Fell 97-81, but Kara Davidson picked up a win in the 200 freestyle, got second place in the 100 fly, while Quang Vu earned a pair of second-place finishes in the 200 IM and 100 breaststroke. Freshman Julia Galuska. Julia Galeska, 100 backstroke. Caleb Canavan diving. They always also brought home silver. Great event from Davidson, from Vu, from Kyra Donahue. Jason Smith's team, always strong and building with a lot of youth this year, but. Put up a very solid effort against Andover.
It's going to love the programs that are just getting off the ground, that are sharing with Tewksbury, and you're going to hear about these teams in a few years where they're going to be pretty dominant, like the girls hockey team.
Absolutely, and then a couple shout outs to our youth sports. You mentioned unified basketball. MYBA is finished up their signups this week.
Coach Wood.
We'll see. I signed up to coach. I signed up to coach my son Jake, but we'll see. a great result for MYBA, and it's kind of weird to start thinking about basketball, but the tryouts are the second week in October, so it never stops.
People understand the youth leagues have to have signups way earlier to project how many teams, how many coaches, getting referees,
supplies,
gym time. So
yeah.
it's not that we're trying to be obnoxious and take money. Even youth lacrosse right now is already gearing up for signups because we have to pay the leagues that we're in to cover a team. And to do that, you need revenue. You need the numbers.
And then one last shout out to Methuen Youth Soccer. Made a generous donation to those impacted by the gas explosions in surrounding communities. With the help that they provided, able to help those in need, including teachers, student athletes, kids, adults, elderly, and various nonprofits. So huge shout out to Methuen Youth Soccer.
Led by Danielle Sorrow.
Danielle, for sure. It blows my mind just from you talk about every sport from basketball, baseball, soccer, lacrosse. I'm gonna leave a lot off there.
Football, field hockey.
Yeah, I mean it's the work that's put in from the jump in terms of the minute these kids can start experiencing the the magic of team sports or youth sports in general. We're huge sports fans, but more than anything, I'm a fan of what sports teaches our kids.
Yep.
And on top of that, it teaches us a lot about our community when we see the efforts that the parents, the volunteers, they all put in to make sure that things run more seamlessly than they look like. You know, you know that well. You know, they more seamlessly than they might be behind the scenes. It always looks flawless from the outside.
A little bit of smoke and mirror at times when you're scrambling, but you're absolutely right. We always put a great product on the field.
So a lot of good stuff to get to. Next up, we will bring them in. We will bring in Connor Bryant, the quarterback for the Rangers. Sam Ferullo, dual threat for the Rangers. We will bring them in right after the break. Phone number, if you want to talk to us, 978-659-0072. Get busy on the comments, and we will talk to you right after the break here on Ranger Nation Radio, presented by AFC Urgent Care.
Off from my home, we're flying up no ceiling.
All right, a big shout out to the folks over at AFC Urgent Care. They've been big supporters of us since the beginning as the title sponsor of Ranger Nation Radio, and we are big fans of theirs. AFC Urgent Care, the right care right now. You'll never need an appointment. Got that persistent cough and cold, that cut that needs a few stitches, or need a sports physical and don't want to wait weeks to get into your primary doctor? AFC's streamlined approach helps you be seen quickly and feel better fast. In Methuen, in the Merrimack Street Medical Professionals Building, 380R Merrimack Street. In North Andover as well, in the Burton Grill Plaza. 8 to 8 Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 Saturday and Sunday. Go to afcurgentcare.com for more details. I love talking about my man Val Davila. It's a dream to own your own business, and Val and Susan Davila made that a reality in February 2013. They started with just 2 insurance carriers, but now Right in Place Insurance for Progressive, Safeco, Pilgrim, Plymouth Rock, and Mapfre, just to name a few. Need auto insurance, renters, commercial, or home? Davila and DeFusco prides itself in having lifelong roots in the Merrimack Valley. Put their experience to work for you. Visit them at 225 Broadway or call 978-241-7950 for a free quote, or visit them online at daviladefusco.com.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I mean, I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right. Swiping now.
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for Kasasa at the Savings Bank. Visit tsbawake24.com. Member FDIC, member DIF.
here on Ranger Nation Radio, presented by AFC Urgent Care, the right care now. Tim Wood, Bill Bryant, and our guests for this evening's show, Connor Bryant, the quarterback for the Methuen High School for the Rangers, and Sam Ferullo. How are you guys?
How are you?
Very good. Two-way dynamo for the Rangers. So, I guess, I think your dad is gonna try to not ask all the questions. Although you guys talk enough at home, I guess, right?
We do.
So, let's start just in terms of what you're seeing from this team so far in the way that you guys are coming together. I know you don't want to hear it. A loss is tough to take, but just hugely impressive effort. And obviously with the win against Malden Catholic, but just how do you feel that the team is gelling so far?
With all the workouts in the summer and like lifting in the morning, afternoon, and just like all like the extra practice that we all put in, I feel like we gelled a lot. Like me and him are in different classes, and I feel like his class and my class have really worked hard together and really created a bond between us.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think that we just worked too hard, way too hard to lose to Tewksbury last Friday. But stuff happens, didn't work out, but we just got to move on, play Lowell, beat them.
And again, I know you don't want to hear it, but as a coach, as a parent, as just a fan of sports, a huge fan of football, I take a lot more than just the score sheet. And what blew my mind and what impressed me was just you guys got up, you fought some adversity. They went ahead early in the third. They got a score you don't want to give up before the half. You guys fought back and took the lead. Even when they got that field goal, you guys fought down the field and had a chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after they hit that field goal, it was kind of like the nerves that I got right before the game came right back into me. But right when I went to the huddle right before that drive, they all went away, and I was poised and just going to try my best to try to end that game on that drive. But things happen, and couldn't, missed opportunities, stuff like that. But we're on to next week, so.
What is this like for you? Bill mentioned it. Coach you. Known you for a long time. What is this like for you to be jumping, to kind of getting into the spotlight?
Honestly, yeah. Like our team is very, very young. Most of us are first-year starters. We honestly were never used to a home game, 7 p.m. under the lights. So I feel like
you've been playing at 4, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean. It's just different.
Fox News, pack stands.
Yeah, it's just different. Yeah, there was just a lot of pressure on us, and just didn't turn out to be how we wanted it. But it's all good.
So let's do this. We lost the game by a point. I get it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the highlights. Sam.
Absolutely.
You're a linebacker. You're just putting your helmet in there. You're making the tackles. But then you were asked to step up this year and play offensive line.
Yeah.
Which is not something that I've ever think you played.
No.
And you're doing that because the team needs you.
Yeah.
So how was it early in the first quarter? You can answer the question in a second. But how was it getting that touchdown?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, right when that ball dropped in the end zone, I just jumped all over that, and it was just different emotions were flying through my head when that happened.
Getting that early lead was huge.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, does the ball look gigantic when it's just sitting there and you're like, all I gotta do is just jump on it and hold it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Right when I saw that ball drop, I saw 3 blue jerseys and I saw 3 white jerseys, and I knew I had to jump right on it. So
the instincts that go with that, and so many things that you can break down in a football game, but I mean the instincts that go with not only being in on the play, but being that heat-seeking missile that can always keep a mind for where the ball is, is some of the things that you can't coach. That just instinct comes into play there, and it was awesome.
Being a guard, you probably weren't thinking about how many touchdowns I'm going to get this year.
Yeah, absolutely
right?
not.
It's more about how many times am I going to hit that quarterback on the defensive side was probably your highlights.
Yeah, it was
so,
awesome.
Mr. Bryant, So, you know, as a fan of football and as a coach and obviously as a dad, that first run in the first quarter where you got banged around a little bit and kept chugging, is that something you need to do to get the respect of your teammates and the respect of the seniors that are looking down and saying, we got a junior leading us in the way?
Kind of, but then like also just waking up every morning in the summer and grinding with them in the weight room and just training with all of them, I kind of gained my respect there. But obviously, as being a junior to all like the seniors on the offense, I just had to still have to show like my their, I don't even know, like what,
some toughness,
resolve.
Yeah, toughness, and just gain their respect.
You take that, so you talk about all the nerves and the emotions, and you take that first hit. Is it true what everybody says in terms of you take that first hit? It's almost a good thing because that now you're in the speed of the game.
Yeah, like right when I was like looking over the sideline, I saw the play, I knew that it was coming to me, and then like right at that point, I just felt all the nerves, all the butterflies just go right into my body, and then I was like, I was locked in way before the game, but then right when that happened, I was like, all right, I'm 100% locked in, and now it's game time.
So in terms of hits, one of the things that most impressed me, among so many things, quite honestly, in that game, between the team, the crowd, it was just an awesome night as a community member. Other than the score, and I think that's what Bill's saying is, you guys don't want to hear that, and I get it. Trust me, but. That run, the 9-yard touchdown run, where you absorb a hard, was it shoulder to shoulder or what? You know, we heard it, we saw it head on, but what was that like in terms of taking that hit and then just keep moving forward?
Like right when I hit the hole, I just thought I was getting in there clean, and then I felt the kid hit me, and I didn't fall down, and then I like spun. And then I just looked up, and I saw the hole in between him and his guy, and then my receiver, Noah Morris, and his guy. And I was just like, after like that hit, I'm not going down right now. So that's how I just kept chugging and got in the end zone.
It's like, what's up? What's up? You take that hit, and then still got plenty of light in front of you. That was a great run, great video. If you haven't seen it on social, whether it be on the Loop Weekly page or the Bryants or. The video that Bill took, not only of the play, but of a proud mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm used to that scream.
Yeah,
so.
a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm used to that scream. We all are.
Yeah,
we all are.
What, Sam, in terms of the new role, the new pressures, what do you say to the group as you're heading into that game, as you're in the game, to just kind of take away the nerves and just enjoy the moment and do what you're taught?
Yeah, so I really thought starting off at left guard, first time playing O-line, like I really thought it was gonna be hard. I'm a $190. I'm going up against the guys on D-line who's like 295, and I don't know, I just. Like Holgate, my coach always says, if you get to the hip, you can move a mountain. So, I mean, and I'm pulling a lot on every single play. So, and I get to lay someone out. So, I didn't think left guard was gonna be like that. So I'm enjoying it right now.
You get that leverage first, and it's over.
Oh yeah, pancaking people every single week.
Weight goes away when you get that leverage.
Oh yeah.
Connor, just in terms of you leading this group, what did you learn from whether it be Jordan Perdomo, the senior leadership that you kind of learned from coming up? What did you take from being in that, but not being the guy? What did you take from that in terms of bringing it to this year?
Well, my freshman year, I got called up for a JV, and I would be on the sideline for varsity games, and I broke my hand. So then I kind of got to sit back and observe like the whole like varsity offense. So like just talking to Jordan every day about the offense and what things I need to improve on. And then sophomore year, I got a little bit more involved with learning the varsity offense and sitting more behind him and talking to Coach Dugan every day just about the offense, what we're doing, and then coming into the summer and then talking to him twice a week, 3 times a week, just about simple things in the offense and then how far we got advanced in the summer with just learning the offense. And I took a lot of learning skills and memory and all, just learning more football, and it was fun. So
how was it to have Jordan come back to the first home game and
warm me up
on the sideline at halftime?
It was pretty cool. Right before half, he said, "Come out here and I'll throw with you right before the halftime." So it's all right. And then we're throwing, and then he grabs the ball and he says, "I missed this." And then after the game, I realized wow, I got to make the most out of this because I really only have this year and the next year. So
now, see, Pam Bryant's normally the leader in the clubhouse on comments. I gotta tell you, Karen, your mom.
She's dogging him though. $1.90.
She really is.
She liked that one.
Yeah, she's not quite buying the media guide the media guy weight measurement. Now is that mom saying you wish you were 190?
Oh, I know I'm 190.
Oh, that's awesome.
All kidding aside, a very proud mom on the comments, and thanks to Carolyn and Karen and Pam and all the folks who are on with us right now and
our friend
commenting.
MJ, that's Mary Joan, that's on every single show, is
absolutely
got some comments
there you
in
go.
there.
Can you skate? That's my question, because you have a hockey player mentality.
I have a hockey. Nah, my dad was big on hockey, but I never got to.
Yeah, you're
basketball.
a hockey player at heart.
You looked at him and saw hockey?
When he got excited about playing offensive line because he gets to go out and drill people, I guess that's a hockey player.
That's how Sam plays basketball and baseball.
Yeah.
Sam's a varsity baseball player and maybe doing some basketball this year, and he's a hell of an athlete and is a competitor, and they actually kind of remind me of each other. They're both athletes, but love to compete and love to give 100%, which is pretty cool.
Daniel, Nick, Nick Naps, big shout out.
Oh, I love Nicky Naps.
Let's talk about some of the other players, some guys else in the line that we haven't mentioned that are out there. There's a couple of your linemen that really want to get on the show, so let's give them a shout out to start and talk about who the kids on the field that are giving 100%.
Well, first of all, shout out to Ian McKinnon, captain, really hardworking kid, and really has been showing up a lot lately. And then Sam, obviously. Aaron Sirth, who's also been on the show. And then we got Leslie Theodore, my right guard. And then Jordan Duran, who transferred here last year from Lawrence. And I was talking to him, and he said that no one really knew about him last year. And he's very grateful to be starting varsity this year. And he's really been working hard and showing that he deserves to be out there.
How about on defense, Sam? Kids that you want to give a little shout out to?
Yeah, absolutely. Big shout out to our nose guard, Jamie Blaisdell. Grinds out every play.
Him and Romano are absolutely all over the field.
Yeah, absolutely all over the
44
field.
and 45, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
So did you guys make some deals before you got here tonight in terms of them taking extra laps for you, or extra, in terms of, I'll give you a shout out if you take a couple laps for me. No comment.
No comment.
Tell us just about what it takes as a student athlete to get to this level, to rise up from junior varsity. Talk a little bit about the preparation. I think everybody sees the end result. Everybody was wondering, what are these guys going to bring to the field? What's this quarterback going to bring to the field? But talk about the preparation that goes into the end result.
Oh, it is totally different than the JV game. Friday, if you're going to school, everyone's wearing the jersey. All teachers, principals, all saying good luck to you. Everyone's saying good luck. And on the Malden Catholic game, the entire day at school, I tried to treat it like a normal day, but I had the nerves throughout my stomach, and it was just kind of nerve-wracking to talk about it. But as I got right to the field to warm up, it all went away, and I was very excited for my first game. And then Tewksbury, wasn't nervous because it was my second game. Then I got in the car to go to the clubhouse and get ready, and I just felt all the nerves come back. And it's just a totally different preparation, drinking lots of water, eating really healthy, but I like it a lot better knowing that I'm going to be doing all that preparation for a really good night with all my family and brothers. So,
what have the parents been like? What have the parents been like? Just in terms, I mean, is it, you got? Do you have a hard ass dad? Or do you have an understanding? I mean, like, what's that parental dynamic like? I think
remember that missed pass in the second quarter?
Yeah.
Connor, don't forget what I told you had to say to
We're all dying to know.
It's 5 laps of the house right there.
It's more not like hard ass or anything. It's just more like guiding and just like telling me like the right things to do and what not to do, and just from listening to all that, it's been really helpful. So.
Good. Well, see, that is like if this is like Bull Durham and I'm Kevin Costner, you're Tim Robbins. That was a very seasoned veteran media response. Well played, and Dad's smiling. So well done.
But have fun too, though.
Yeah.
You know, we've asked, are you playing this game for yourself? Because this is a physical game. This game is no joke. The size and the speed and you know, my biggest worry, to be honest with you, in the beginning of July, early June, Connor and I had a couple of tough conversations, you know, about his size, and he's put on some 15 pounds over the last couple of months. There was some concern. There's some fear. It's not an easy sport. Football is not a game to just go and have a good time and run around and think that you can compete, because that's where you're going to get hurt. So all the lifting and all the running and preparation definitely made, as a dad, much easier. But putting on that bulk and my biggest fear was him getting hit. Now he's getting hit and staying up and running and scoring a touchdown, which is not necessarily what we expected, but we're pretty excited. And for us, it's a family affair. His Aunt Judy and Uncle Mark are at every home game, lacrosse, basketball, football. His sister now is on the field cheering for varsity, which is pretty cool. And obviously, Mom and I don't ever miss. But the same thing in the varsity football and cheer Facebook page. There's like 700 pictures that Pam took, and one of the coolest pictures, Sam, and I don't know if your mom showed you, was Pam got a picture of your touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
And there's the whole stadium is like just before celebration, and there's 2 women standing up. And who were they?
Honestly, my mom yet to show me, but I
it's
saw
your mom.
Is it my
it's
mom?
Your mom and Amy Fatino, the 2 people standing up.
Of course, it's Mrs.
And your mom
Fatino.
and I, known your mom for a long time, and she's got that way to go, Sam, just like rolling off her lips. And I sent her the picture, and I'm like, that's my boy. You got to see this, Karen, which is pretty cool.
Let's take a quick break. Got to give some love to some sponsors. We'll give some love to some sponsors when we get back. The partners, not so just amazing companies that have made this show possible. We will we'll come back with these 2 fine gentlemen right after the break here on AFC Urgent Care on Ranger Nation Radio, presented by AFC Urgent Care.
So I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I mean, I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right. Swiping now.
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for Kasasa at the Savings Bank. Visit tsbawake24.com. Member FDIC, member DIF.
All right, a big shout out to the folks over at AFC Urgent Care. They've been big supporters of us since the beginning as the title sponsor of Ranger Nation Radio, and we are big fans of theirs. AFC Urgent Care, the right care right now. You'll never need an appointment. Got that persistent cough and cold, that cut that needs a few stitches, or need a sports physical and don't want to wait weeks to get into your primary doctor? AFC's streamlined approach helps you be seen quickly and feel better fast. In Methuen, in the Merrimack Street Medical Professionals Building, 380R Merrimack Street. In North Andover as well, in the Burton Grill Plaza. 8 to 8 Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 Saturday and Sunday. Go to afcurgentcare.com for more details. I love talking about my man Val Davila. It's a dream to own your own business, and Val and Susan Davila made that a reality in February 2013. They started with just 2 insurance carriers, but now Right in Place Insurance for Progressive, Safeco, Pilgrim, Plymouth Rock, and Mapfre, just to name a few. Need auto insurance, renters, commercial, or home? Davila and DeFusco prides itself in having lifelong roots in the Merrimack Valley. Put their experience to work for you. Visit them at 225 Broadway or call 978-242-5255 241-7950 for a free quote, or visit them online at daviladefusco.com.
Don't say anything.
Almost.
You're gonna beat Lowell and we can just say good game.
We're back on the air, Bill.
Oh.
That's
this
what
is
happens
why
with
you
the
wear the
headsets.
headsets, so that you know when the music's playing, you don't say anything inflammatory about Lowell. Bulletin board material.
You were taking bets on who was gonna flub up between the Bryant boys. Bill with the biggest flub up. Back here on Ranger Nation Radio, presented by AFC Urgent Care. We got a lot of sponsors, a lot of partners to thank here. Bill, let's start with Al's Diner, Al's Family Diner, 500 Merrimack Street in Methuen, right down the street here from the Costa Eagle Studios.
You know, I had a conversation with Al the other day right before we went there for breakfast, and it's just simple. Phenomenal food. You pretty much get what you want there, and it's just prepared well, great atmosphere, and just go and enjoy yourself. I mean, there's not much more to say than just awesome breakfast.
We were talking about getting some updated pictures on the commercial slides that you see on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube during the commercials. I gotta get a photo of you. You were not kidding about that cornbread. Like, I'm thinking cornbread at breakfast? Dude, holy cow. This was legit. This wasn't just like your... And again, I love Cracker Barrel and everything, but this wasn't like your little Cracker Barrel muffin. This was...
It's no joke.
This was like a block of... It was crazy.
If I'm gonna splurge a little bit, right there, it's gonna be cornbread at Al's Diner.
What'd you do? You did the was it what kind of omelet?
It's sausage cheese omelet. It's I go there. I'm gonna try something else, and then I can't because it's just. It's
mean, every.
So are you guys
here.
buying breakfast for Merrimack Valley Gridiron Weekly every Saturday morning?
Absolutely, come join us. We'll be at Al's Diner.
We'll let Hector keep doing his leaf deposits or whatever he's doing.
We took a little heat there because Bill and I went to Al's before the MVC Gridiron show. Didn't invite Hector. We'll get him in this week. Anyway, just a huge shout out to Al and Kelly and the whole family, the whole crew over at Al's Family Diner, and thank you for supporting us and amazing support for the community and everything they do over the last quarter century.
I'm gonna let Connor take this one. I'm gonna put him on the spot. Bada bing. What's your favorite pizza there? You go there all the time with us. That's where we meet literally after the football games to decompress and talk and hang out. But what's awesome about Bada Bing?
Easily the White Buffalo Chicken Pizza.
No kidding.
Amazing.
Oh.
Yeah?
I've tried it like 3-4 years ago, and I've gotten it almost every single time I went. It's amazing.
Now we're getting into interesting territory here.
I got a problem here.
In terms of
white pizza,
in terms of pizza likes, but also in terms of pizza reviews. Are you trying to take the mantle from a former Ranger here in terms of the pizza reviews?
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, Sept.
Sept.
Another guest of the show.
One bite.
So, but a huge fan, huh?
Yeah.
What about Sam? Do you go to Bada Bing?
Yeah. Whenever I go to Bada Bing, I always like the. It's kind of. I don't know if you guys are gonna like it, but it's called the 6 Feet Under. It's like fries.
You don't waste any time.
Oh, absolutely.
Please tell us about it, because
that's how we got to 190.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or his mom said 220. No.
It's in like a sub roll, and it's fries, garlic mayo, chicken, and like sauce. And it's just, I don't know, it's like the best thing I've ever had.
I just put on 3 pounds.
Serious. Yeah. Just thinking about it.
That's why they call it the crime family.
Sounds great.
I mean, listen, the steak and cheese. I mean, the pizza. We don't mention the pizza enough, but the pizza's amazing. It's because the sandwiches are so good, quite honestly. When you talk about steak and cheese, you talk about steak tips, you talk about chicken parm, you name it. Bada Bing's got it. 26 Hampshire Street. You'll see the number on the screen here, but badabingmenu.com to see the full menu. Get a little. Maybe it might even be a visual of that 6 Feet Under. But
send in samples so we can show them the visual.
Yeah, that's the next thing we got to work on. You know, when the Red Sox announcers have the food up in the booth, what are we doing?
Or come support Ranger Nation a week from Friday home game. We went through 35 boxes of cheese pizza from Bada Bing.
Are you serious?
That is the pizza of the boosters at the stadium as well as the field house, and it's great.
You could not get near. You couldn't get near the concession stand for much of the game just because and that's working the line hard too.
Yep.
I mean,
Dom Ferullo, Sam's dad, did the pre-game hot dog with Joel Ferretra, made about 1,000 hot dogs, and then all the girls, Karen, Lorraine, Diane, Angela, Heidi, Pam, everybody that basically give their night up to him. They're not watching the football game. They are absolutely hustling, and for all the people that want to help boosters or talk about boosters, it's simple. There's transparency. $3,900 in sales.
You have to talk to your wife, by the way.
$3,900 in sales that night. Best salad is no joke either. It is so good.
I'm not getting that's the name of I'm going there.
That's the name of the salad. Is the best salad is the name of it. But
I'll never know.
$3,900 in sales on a Friday night 2.5-hour game. And that's where that money goes right back to the student athletes and all that.
And that's huge shout out to Bada Bing there. But listen, support. We're going to tell you to support those who support the community. But listen, you're talking to some food connoisseurs across the aisle here, and amazing food at Bada Bing, and just a great scene. As we've said many times, just a great neighborhood hangout. Check it out if you haven't. I mean, that is quintessential Methuen right there. Yep. Bada Bing, bada boom, bada bing, and then we want to talk a little bit about Jennifer Canan, realtor. She's a realtor with Century 21 Northeast Fine Homes and Estates. Listen. She will, for all your real estate needs, she is the person that will hook you up. She is a licensed realtor in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, across the valley, and is one of the go-to folks in the community in general, but one of the go-to folks, one of the experts when it comes to real estate. You need a house. You got a house to sell, got a house that you're looking to buy. Jennifer will connect you and get you the best results, get you into the best homes that you want to look at. And I don't know, what anything else to say there, Bill?
No, Connor, do you know Jen Canan at all?
Yeah, very well. I know her daughter too.
Yeah?
Pretty nice girl.
Any shout out?
Yeah, shout out to my girlfriend Farah.
Farah!
Always there to
We'll
support
come
me,
back
so.
at you like she did in the comments. Connor!
It's a good kid right there, very supportive and
a former producer for the show. When we've been on our remotes at Nicholson Stadium. So serving all your real estate needs. That's Jennifer Canan. Again, huge thank you for supporting the show, supporting the community, and all right, we are back. Got a couple more shout outs, but I think we've kept you guys waiting long enough talking about food and whatnot.
I got a question for Sam.
Yeah.
Sam, senior year, football season, you're right in the thick of it. Take a pause for a second and start thinking about winter and then spring and then you're done. What are the plans for the rest?
Why do you gotta go there?
Because it's a senior year.
We just haven't even hit October yet.
I know. But to talk a little bit.
Definitely about my senior year. I was looking at the basketball team for the winter. I used to play basketball. It was pretty good. I stopped playing after my sophomore year. It was just too much for me. But I was looking at the team this year. I was talking to Coach Faraday a little bit, and it's definitely on my mind to play basketball. And for the spring, I've been on varsity for baseball since my sophomore year. I've been starting. I actually had a workout tonight that I missed, so I hope Coach Blackwell isn't on here.
Coach Blackwell is a big supporter and fan of the show. He was actually our first guest.
He's a lurker. He's not a commenter. He's a lurker.
He is a lurker.
Well, this is an excused absence, right?
Yes.
Cheryl Horan says, Bada Bing, MVP, Methuen High sponsor. Best salad. Todd Regato. Sammy Pup.
Actually,
What's up with that? Yeah.
Todd's son is the UNH varsity soccer announcer, and has actually reached out to me.
It's happening.
It is, and he actually reached out to me and is just awaiting his invitation to come in. I think he wants
He
wants one of our seats at some point. But he
talking about Joey?
Yeah, he wants to come on.
Josh.
He wants to come on and jump in. And remember you and I talked about an alumni.
I remember seeing the picture of him in the football booth and thinking, oh wow, that's awesome. We got somebody who you know. Listen, I love the athletes. I played all the sports in high school. I was Division I tennis player, for what that's worth. But to see folks getting into our field into what?
No, they were just giggling a little bit about the tennis thing.
Well,
don't let them hear that.
Is it a few pounds ago? I still got the wicked. For
I think they were giggling about tennis.
I think it was more about tennis.
Just tennis. Yeah. We're talking football, and I bring up tennis. Yeah, my bad. Real men play tennis. Anyway, Coach Joe. Big shout out to Coach Joe and all he does for the girls and boys tennis teams. But where I was going with that was just like to see somebody get into our field and want to take on that dream. And
it's huge.
Absolutely. Listen, we'll put it right at you, Josh. You're welcome anytime. You can have his seat for sure. That's a low bar right there in terms of rock star status. So, but
Connor, back to the football. So what's been the preparation this week? Let's not focus on who you're playing. Let's focus on how are you preparing mentally to overcome the Tewksbury loss and moving on to Lowell in an away game. What's been the focus?
Well, every week
not the game plan.
Yeah, every week for our pasta dinners, we have one speaker. This week it's Isaac Frederic, and we have a saying or something for every week, and this week it's being a finisher. So I think that's going to be a big thing for this week, especially after the tough loss against Tewksbury and all the opportunities that were missed. And that's going to be the biggest thing, is just being a finisher. And if we're up early, and we just got to be able to finish the game, but even if we're down early and things are not going the right way, we still have to be able to come back from that adversity and be able to finish the game in the way that we're all going to be happy.
They showed they could put up some points in that Bill Rickard game for sure. Mm-hmm. So
Isaac's another dirt dog. He's the punter that got the ball on the 6-inch line, caught that long touchdown pass that stretched in, plays defense, plays special teams. He's another senior, Tim, that we talked about that, what is Methuen going to do? They graduated 30, all these starters. But like Sam said, there was such a great group of juniors that didn't get the varsity time, but, are now rising to the occasion, ready to go. Sam, what about you? What's been the preparation this week?
I think just mentally just focusing in at practice. I think we could have had a better practice last week versus Tewksbury, but I think now that we're losing, like you guys said before, the loss versus Tewksbury wasn't the worst thing. It wasn't a conference game. It doesn't really mean anything. It's just I really wanted to win for Coach Ryan, but just going into Lowell, just a bunch of fatties up front. I think we're just gonna absolutely just take over, but I don't want to get into the game plan.
Not enough for the don't want to give them too much bulletin board material.
Yeah, I've got a couple messages from some kids from Lowell too saying they're not taking our house this year because the huge game last year was
couple of games
crazy.
back to back last year.
Yeah, was absolutely crazy. I remember the game last year we played on Friday and the weather was so bad with lightning we ended up playing. It got delayed to Saturday night and it was fun. It was just a fun game.
Yeah, they're a bunch of competitors. They got athletes, and there's definitely a little. Methuen has rivalries with every town, so everyone comes out to play, and it's the way you guys play. But it's going to be a great game on Friday night, away at Lowell, though, right?
Mm-hmm. We'll see, gotta see how the Ranger faithful, the Ranger Nation will travel.
Yeah,
it's not that much of a trip, right?
No.
Who's making the? Are you making the trip?
I might. It's either that or a haircut. I'm deciding whether to fix the haircut. Hey, I don't know if you heard. I got invited to the Methuen Day. I'm going to be the 12 o'clock dunk tank person.
Are you really?
Yeah, I got the
breaking news.
The invite request today. So
nice. 12 o'clock, huh?
Well, they asked for 10 o'clock. on Saturday, so I had to respectfully decline.
Yeah.
Because we're doing something else on Saturday at 10 o'clock that I kind of enjoy. So
That's true. Little MVC Gridiron Weekly then.
You got it.
In terms of shout-outs.
Catered by Al's Diner.
There you go. Shout-outs to teachers, to coaches, to family. We always want to give you a shot to plug a project, whatever you want to plug.
Teachers, I'm going to say shout out to Mr. Becker. He was my freshman year history teacher. Just a great overall guy and one of my dad's friends, so I had a really good bond with him and his son. So, and then for coaches / teachers is Coach Ryan. He's also my history teacher this year.
What a suck up.
I get a better teacher.
Yeah?
Yeah. Big shout out to Coach Dugan, Mr. Dugan, our big supplemental math teacher at the high school.
Wow.
You guys know where the bread's buttered.
How cool was it to have Kitsos come over with the yard marker and play up to the crowd? Did you get a chance to see that?
I didn't. What was that about?
When you guys were trying to figure out if you had first down or not. The yard marker guys came over and the fan section was chanting his name and he put the yard marker up. The refs weren't happy with him.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, Mr. Kitsos is a great guy. If I ever have a problem or anything, back left corner of the high school, I go there anytime I want. He's just always he's just good company.
Mr. Sims got himself into the game a little bit too.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, you didn't hear that?
No.
You were a little occupied. Yeah. Jason Sims, the announcer, thankfully corrected. And again, we don't want to dump on the refs and the officiating crew, but they missed some yardage on a penalty. They only marked off 5, and Jason was like, 5 more yards, gentlemen, please, on the mic. It was great. It's awesome. Man. Yeah. All right. In terms of, like end it in terms of, other than the wins, what do you guys want out of this season?
Just to show everyone in the MVC at our school and all the alumni that even though our team is young and whereas in a lot of returning kids, that Methuen football is still a strong program. And like in Ricky Brutus's interview after Malden Catholic game, Methuen football isn't dead. And we just want to come out every game, every week and show that. So.
Yeah, I want to. I know a lot of the guys from last year's team. Good friends with all of them, all at college. I want to show them that we could have a better team than last year with our record. But even though our record, whatever happens, I got a lot of crap in the offseason that we're not going to be as good as last year, and I really want to prove them wrong.
Good goal. It's a good goal.
Yeah. They, I think what I've seen so far, just in terms of the humility, but also the focus, and you mentioned the alumni. I think that can't be underestimated. I would think in terms of just it's amazing the crowd, the alumni crowd that comes out for the games, and just you feel the tradition around the program. I mean it's got to be exciting, but at the same time a lot to live up to.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right, huge shout out to we've got 2 of them in here. The full team, the full Rangers team.
All 90 plus.
90 plus, 90 strong. Big games, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock at Lowell. We will be there. We will be talking about it Saturday morning, 10 a.m. on MVC Gridiron Weekly. Want to one more shout out before we go. You mentioned it, Bill. We're supporting Loop Weekly, Over Media, the company behind these shows. We are a big sponsor of Methuen Day. Very excited about this first annual event. You just heard it. Bill's going to be in the dunk tank at 12. I think I'm in it at either 12:30 or 1. I'm not sure yet, but hopefully Bill hasn't broken the dunk tank with too many dunks by then. A lot of food, a lot of fun. They're closing off downtown, closing off Hampshire Street. It's going to be a big block party. A lot of vendors. They've got over 25 vendors so far, celebrating small business in the city, celebrating everything that's good about Methuen. Going to be on display October 13th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. downtown Methuen. Got a little preview of the entertainment lineup so far. 10 a.m. Maddie Ryan, huge fan of Maddie. Nick McCool, who's done a lot of work for the paper and for our shows. Maddie's a good friend and is singing all over. She's a professional singer, singing all over the valley. You got the Happy Hearts chorus from the Senior Center, which should be awesome. The Center for the Performing Arts, Sierra Music, Dance Images Dance, Methuen Karate Association, Studio of the Dance Arts, and then how could you not end the day with a little "I Love Methuen" from Bev Eskel and special guests. So are you the special guest, Bill?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Fair. Hey, listen, as I've shown on Looped In Live Thursdays at 11 a.m., I have no problem jumping in on a little I Love Methuen.
Yeah.
All right. So that is Saturday, October 13th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Everything free admission. I can't speak in terms of the food, but there's going to be a lot of vendors, showing off what they can do on the food side, on just the business side. But be there. Put it on your calendar. Mark the date now. We celebrate Methuen here. We celebrate these student athletes. This will be a day to just celebrate the city. So,
one quick note. I just got an email from Dan LaBelle from MYBA. There was enough signups tonight for at least one unified basketball team.
Awesome.
Which is pretty cool. And Connor has actually volunteered to ref either Saturday or Sundays to help out, and tons of volunteers. We just want to make sure that the word gets out to everybody. And for kids in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, we're talking about maybe some 5th graders. That have some special needs, that are not interested in maybe playing in town or travel, but would like to have fun, have some social time, learn some skills, but also get out in the court and just have a great time within the city of Methuen youth basketball. So please, if you have friends or neighbors that have kids that are playing basketball outside, want to be part of this team, let them know to go to Methuen youth basketball website or check in at your school. The flyers are at all the schools. It's going to be an awesome event, awesome program.
It's great to hear. That's great news. Breaking news on the program. And then let's see, Jason Sims. What did I miss? I'm just getting home from my golf match.
Tough loss to
Lowell, but great tie by Zach Alfonso. Let's see. We need a TV at the concession so we can watch the game. So
I'm working on that, Lorraine.
Okay.
I promise.
I'm not sure what Rich says. Connor, better bring some extra cash. What was that? The dunk tank. That's what that's about. Is that you looking forward to that?
Yeah, when we do the lacrosse field day.
Oh no!
Back years with my lacrosse stick, I dunked him. So
you do? Okay, really nice.
Yeah, but Connor just got
good memories.
We got roasted on fantasy.
Connor just got dogged by Todd Regato about your awful fantasy baseball team.
Wow.
What 2-0 though. I'm 2-0, so you can't really.
But
how you get dogged
kind of
then?
Smoked you in Nick Fummel's league.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I haven't played him yet. So that week
we'll have to post that on Major Nation Radio when you guys face up. We'll have to send the score in and put the score in there, Todd.
How you doing in the Loop Weekly League?
1-1. This past week, I don't know what happened. The algorithms are off. Something.
Yeah, same me too.
Team Kazanjian, yeah.
Our league.
They some bogus analytics.
Yeah.
So what's my team name?
The Team Kazanjian. Yeah.
That's funny. I didn't realize
you didn't realize that?
I didn't realize that.
I lost to the Charter Objectors this week.
Yes,
I lost to Joe Ferretra.
Who still cries about having a D- draft and
that wasn't me. That was Fantasy Pros. That was completely objective draft. I think I got a B-. So anyway,
Friday night.
Yeah.
Rangers versus Lowell in Lowell, 7:00. we should travel well too. We should get down to Lowell and support these student athletes and watch a great football game.
Huge thank you to all the comments tonight. I'm trying to keep up. Some great comments tonight from everybody. The Ferullo family coming out strong, huge, like just dominant. I think honestly, I think they beat the Bryants. I'm just saying.
Pam's making a recovery at the end.
She's making a run. She's making a run, almost like the voting in the game of the week there. Making a run right before the whistle. Huge shout out to all the commenters. Guys, congratulations on what you've achieved so far. Congratulations for representing us so well. And we look forward to... When's the next home game?
Next week.
Next Friday.
We go every other.
Every other.
Home away, home away, home away.
So next home game is a week from Friday, but listen, every game's a home game. Hit the road for Lowell. They need your support. They deserve your support. Get out there, support the Rangers. And then what is that? That's the, what's today? The 19th?
Today's
19th.
Today's the 19th, so that's the 28th?
Yeah.
Who's that? Haverhill. So there you go. If you can't get on the road, make sure you're back at Nicholson on the 28th.
And one last save the date.
Yeah.
November 4th is the varsity cheerleaders' first event, their first competition event, and we're expecting the full JV varsity team to go. That's something that other teams we're finding out. Haverhill, Lawrence, that's the other team in Lawrence. All of their football players show up in uniform, in their jersey, and they support the cheerleading team. So we're expecting that, as well as a bunch of fans for the first cheering competition that's at Central Catholic, and we'll be getting that information out. But definitely want to support that group.
Awesome, Connor Bryant, Sam Ferullo, huge thank you for coming in tonight. And a huge thank you to you for watching. You get us on demand throughout the week on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. You can catch us on loopweekly.com. All the archives are on loopweekly.com. And we will be back at it next week.
And catch the Loop Weekly paper. There's an awesome story about the football game, as well as just other great stories about the whole city of Methuen.
32-page edition this week, folks. Anywhere you go in town, you'll be able to get it. Loop Weekly, the September 18th edition. That's a wrap for the September 19th edition of Ranger Nation Radio, presented by AFC Urgent Care. They're right here, right now. Huge shout out to the sponsors. Huge shout out to you for watching. If you're watching on demand, please keep sharing it. Spread the word. We're spreading the word. You guys are doing your part out there. Come on back next week. Wednesdays at 7:10. That's where you'll find us. Ranger Nation Radio on presented by AFC Urgent Care. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you, Lou. We'll talk to you next week.
Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder.